confused, I lose my way. Sometimes I don't know what to say. Then I remember there is nowhere that God is not. No, no, no. There is nowhere that God is not. There is nowhere that God is not. 'Cause everywhere I am, know what I've got. And I forgot to pray, forgot to be still and know. Forgot to forgive myself until I forgive myself. Forgot to ask for help, I forgot to say the word. Forgot to believe in me, believe in my spirit's worth. Then I remember there is nowhere that God is not. No, no, no. There is nowhere that God is not. There is nowhere that God is not. 'Cause everywhere I am, know what I've got. There is nowhere that God is not. 'Cause everywhere I am, know what I've got. Everywhere I am, know what I've got. Everywhere I am, know what I've got. Good morning, everybody. It's our 40th anniversary, so we're gonna have the whole music team on up here. It's big, everybody again. It's great. We have everyone. We're gonna start our day with a little Karen Drucker, because it's Karen Drucker's month. So we're gonna start with a little I Start My Day, and we're gonna get used to this month. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, I feel that sweet release of peace. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, I feel that sweet release of peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, everything I do is infused with joy. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, everything I do is infused with joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. Love, peace, joy.
next song is a really old favorite of Unity, and some of you probably remember. It's the Weave song, Weave. So if you'd like to stand up, if you're able, and weave along with us. It's by Rosemary Crow.
Weave us together, weave us together in unity and love. Weave us together, together in love. We are many textures, we are many colors, each one different from the other. But we are entwined with one another in one great tapestry. Weave us together, in unity and love. Weave us together, together in love. We are different instruments playing our own melodies, each one tuning to a different key. But we are all playing in harmony, in one great symphony. Weave us together in unity and love. Weave us together, together in love. A moment ago, still we did not know our unity, only diversity. But now the Christ in me greets the Christ in you, in one great family. Weave us together in unity and love. Weave us together, together in love.
Nice choir. Thank you. Please be seated.
What a great start to our morning already. Beautiful music. Oh my goodness. Welcome everyone to our 40th anniversary celebration today and so much more. My name is Reverend Daybree Thoms, and it's my privilege and pleasure to be here, not only in person, but serving this beloved community. For there's no Unity community anywhere that is closer to my heart than this one right here. So welcome everyone, whether you're here in person, whether you're online with us on Zoom or on Facebook or on YouTube, or you watch us later. Know that you are included in this amazing energy in this room right now. For we know there's no separation in God, and that time and distance are but an illusion. And so we are embracing and holding the space for all who are joining us today or who will join us later. So singing with Chris today are Nancy, and we've got, this is bad, Lori, and Kathy, and David, and Jonathan back here, and we're going to be hearing some more music from David later on. We also have an entire team that has put together a presentation for you, a 40th celebration team that was led and coordinated by our Suzanne Campbell, that are going to present our lesson today, and we are very much looking forward to that. And we've changed our order of service around a little bit today, because we're not only looking at our history, but we're also, you guys are going to love this, we're also doing a blessing of a baby today. Yes. So I love how we're doing our history, which is so deep and rich and awesome, continuing to the now and the future. So this would be a great time to remind you to turn off your cell phones if you haven't already done so, or if you're on Zoom, to mute your mic. And is anyone here for the first time today? Is anyone joining us for the first time? Great. We've got someone right over here. Our usher will find you, if you'll keep your hand up, our usher will find you with a gift. We have a shell-lay necklace that represents our friendship, and a little packet about unity there. When the offering basket comes around a little bit later, if you would simply put a card with your information on it in the basket, that's your gift to us today. Your presence is absolutely a gift to us today. Thank you for joining us. Unity is a worldwide spiritual movement, and we are dedicated to the ongoing awareness of the Spirit within. The Spirit within all, the Spirit within everyone, those like us and those who are nothing like us. That Christ's presence is everywhere. And so we invite folks, especially who are new to us, to listen to the music and the meditation and the lessons and conversations with people. Embrace what works for you and release anything that doesn't. We're not big here on creed or dogma or that sort of thing. So we're here to teach spiritual tools for practical living, to go out the doors, have something to practice, to try, to improve the quality of our lives so that we can be the love and the light that we were brought here to be, that we are here to express. And so you can take us wherever you go, because we are on Zoom, are on these wonderful places, and we have members who join us regularly from all across the United States and Canada, and we also have guests that join us from all over, and so we are blessed to be able to do that. And our usher is going to bring our prayer box forward now as we prepare for our opening prayer. There are prayer slips before you in the back of the seats, and we have prayer slips also towards the back where the prayer box is held. You can fill out a prayer request. You can do it online. You can call the church office. They are placed here, and our prayer team holds these in prayer. They are then sent to Silent Unity, where they are held in prayer for another 30 days. So as we move into this space of our opening prayer, and Nancy's going to be joining us for a very special reading this morning, we lift to the light all the prayers that are held in this prayer chest. We lift to the light all the prayers that are on your heart today, and all the prayers that are on the hearts of people all across the world. And we lift them for their perfect unfoldment in truth.
This is a blessing for a church, written by James Dillett Freeman. There's actually a copy of it on the moon. This is God's house. May we who come here not only find out about God, but find God. May there be beauty in this place, but especially may it be a place where men and women become aware of the beauty in themselves. May this be a place of worship. May this be a place of instruction. May this be a place of singing. May this be a place of prayer. But for us who worship and take instruction and sing and pray, may this always be a place of inner stillness, where we may listen and hear when God speaks. May whoever ministers here minister in love. May whoever teaches here teach truth. May whoever serves here serve pleasantly. May everyone come into this house in expectation and go with thanksgiving. And may anyone who comes needing help go feeling blessed. May this be such a house that Jesus the Christ, or any stranger, would feel in it that he was with friends. Amen.
And now if you would take a moment to stand where you are and to greet one another with a namaste. Namaste is the divine in me, greets the divine in you. Know also that we have folks online. We have folks, oh, they're up there today. Let's namaste to our folks online and those who we cannot see, those who are on YouTube and Facebook. We bless them, we include them in this energy. Absolutely. You may be seated. So please join with me today as we say together our statement of being. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the good, omnipotent. Now let's say this again together. We're going to replace the word in, and we're going to move it to as. All right? Let's say this together. There is only one presence and one power as the universe and as my life, God, the good, omnipotent. So it is.
In preparation for meditation, we'll be singing Surely the Presence, another old unity favorite.
Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
I can feel God's mighty power and the grace as a holy hush around us. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
I can feel God's mighty power and the grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
We give ourselves these next few moments as a gift to ourselves. So we move into this time of meditation, of closing our outer eyes if we're comfortable doing so, or gazing softly on something before us. Feeling supported by the seat beneath us. Raising our shoulders, lifting our chin just a little bit, opening up that heart space. Sitting in this energy of what has already been created this morning. Not only by the music and the words spoken up here, but by the energy that each one of you have brought into this space. We sit in the knowing that yes, surely the presence is here, right now. For the presence is with us everywhere we go. We take that presence with us. The divine is within each one of us. And we revel in those times when we remember that. And sometimes it takes someone else beside us to remind us. Sometimes it takes a church or a community to spark that remembering within us. And so we allow ourselves to sit in this energy now, to feel the vibration of this room. You might feel a tingling on your arms, your fingers. As you're opening yourself, allowing yourself to be fully present to the here and now, to be fully present to those around you sharing this space. Feeling the love, feeling the compassion, the companionship, the connection. And so as we move for a few moments into the silence, we hold the knowing that this beautiful, magnificent presence is with us always and in every way as we rest in the silence. We allow this knowing to imprint on our hearts today so that we remember this when we leave here, when we connect with someone else, when we have a difficult phone call, when we run into conflict, or when we're greeted by the sunset. We remember who we are and whose we are. And so it is. And so it is. Please stand in reverence for the Lord's Prayer. Today we're going to use the spoken version. Together. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And leave us not in temptation, but deliver us from error. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. You may be seated. And now we have members of our 40th anniversary celebration team coming forward to share with you this morning. And Aaron, we're having Aaron come forward, and he is presenting for Lori.
So visualize Lori Nielsen right here in the front row. I'm only supposed to take 3 minutes, so I'm not supposed to cry. The Spark That Started It All by Lori Nielsen. Today you will hear people speak about when they first found Unity of the Keys. The photo here is of our founder, the late Minister Emeritus, Reverend Evelyn Casper. This picture is from 1973. She is with her teenage son, Eric. They are attending her daughter, Corinne's wedding. I chose this picture because it was close to the time when Evelyn first found Unity. It was in the late 1960s when Evelyn Casper first heard about Unity, the new way of thinking, the new way of believing, and new spirituality. When we get an inspiration or an insight, it can be a spark. I would like to share with you the spark that Evelyn received and worked with that ignited and led to the beginning of our beloved spiritual home, Unity of the Keys. A few years ago, I sat down with Evelyn and asked her all about it, and this is what she told me. At the time, she lived in Key Biscayne with her husband and 2 children. They attended Key Biscayne Community Church. She felt it was important for her children to be raised knowing God and the Bible. However, this particular church wasn't quite sitting right with her. She told me that one day she was cleaning the living room and the TV was on. It was turned to a talk show, and they were interviewing a minister, a Unity minister. She was intrigued, and she stopped and listened to what the minister had to say. She later told me, quote, "I was mesmerized. I didn't know that, but that's what I had always believed. It felt like I was coming back home to something I knew." That was the spark. Evelyn didn't ignore it. She fed the flame gently at first. Coincidentally or serendipitously, thanks, Lori, she passed by a Unity church in Miami when she was taking her son to piano lessons that next day. She cautiously went into the bookstore and looked over the literature. She took some free pamphlets and devoured them. She told me she went back to the next week and actually bought something. The church is Unity of the Bay. Evelyn soon started going to services. She brought her children. She attended classes, went to Unity Village, and was eventually asked to teach a class. She was surprised and flattered when she was asked, "Are you going to become a Unity teacher?" She pretty much always said yes to the nudges she got from her friends and colleagues at Unity. She told me, quote, "Somewhere along there, it came to me. I didn't think it up. It came to me that I ought to start a church in Key West. It grew in me, and it became my goal." Thank you, Evelyn, for paying attention to the spark, the voice within, and following your dreams.
Well, being Jewish and being brought up in a kind of anti-Semitic environment where I was usually at the losing end of schoolyard fights and bullying, when somebody, well, my friend Bill Daniels, asked me to come to a church, I was like, oh no. Crosses and churches to me were like symbols like the Confederate flag would be to an Afro-American person. But he sort of put me at ease with his next sentence, which was, "You're a Jewish carpenter, they're going to love you." So reluctantly, I did come. And my first remembrance was, I think it was in a high school, because I remember the chairs were very small. So it must have been in a junior high school or something like that. But later, soon afterwards, we moved to Duck Avenue, which was a cavernous hall right next door to a country and western bar. So you can imagine after the Lord's Prayer going outside and hearing Achy Breaky Heart wafting through the background. I remember there was a piano in this large hall, and we divided it up. I think we put curtains across 2/3 of it, and in the back I built some bookshelves, and we divided that into the children's and Evelyn's office. But anyway, there was a piano there, but we had no one to play it. This was before Betty came along, and Laura, and Dennis Rumfeld. And our musical team consisted of 2 people singing a cappella. One was Joyce, called Joyce, and the other person was Carl. And Joyce was a very attractive lady, and I immediately fell in love and got my heart broken. Ah. But I learned from that lesson, as we all do, and, surrendering and letting go. And I wrote quite a few songs around my experiences, one of them being Sweet Surrender, and that relationship was neither sweet nor easy to surrender. Then, of course, Betty arrived, and we had Dennis and Laura. And eventually we bought the hallway next to us, and so I built an office, and I built a playroom for the kids, and a prayer room. So we did advance. Now, at the time, Evelyn, of course, gave all the talks, and we had very few visiting people. But we had a few. I remember there was Carlos and Johnny came from Miami and brought a whole choir with them. We had Alan Cohen visited us a couple of times, a great speaker. So we did have a few visitations, but basically it was just us from Key West. Evelyn, of course, gave all the sermons, and what can I say about Evelyn that has not been said before? I mean, such pearls of wisdom came. I remember when I was going through my troubled relationship, I was asked by Joyce if I would play alongside her singing, "I Love Myself the Way I Am." And I still have a resentment against that song. I love myself the way I am. There's nothing I would like to change. And I went to Evelyn and I said, "Evelyn, I'm severely depressed and I don't love myself." And she said in a chirpy way, "That's okay, dear. If you can't love yourself, let us do the job for you." I mean, just pearls of wisdom would come out of her mouth, and I'm so grateful. I learned a lot. I did change a lot. And, I have to mention one other person. There was a platform assistant. There were many people that you probably have never heard of, but Jerry Riggs was a companion to Evelyn at the time in the church service. She would do the platform assistance. And Jerry Riggs was the funniest person I've ever met. Not because she tried to be, but because she always misspoke. And an example of that, I'm sorry if I'm going over my 2 minutes, but I got to tell you about Jerry. An example of that would be when she's making the announcements. Instead of saying, "Oh, we're having a pool party and come in your bathing suit," she would say, "We're having a pool party, so you don't have to wear any clothes." That was Jerry Riggs. But I'm so grateful for this church and for Evelyn and for all the other ministers that have come and gone and are still here. And thank you very much.
I was introduced to Unity of the Keys by a very dear friend of mine, Elsie Urbanik, when we were over on Duck Avenue. Then I discovered Unity. The message from Reverend Evelyn was so simple, different, and personal that it left me wanting more and more and more. I came to understand the Christ within me that has always been there. I have also been blessed with a desire to sing. At our Flagler location, we had the best church choir in town, led by Laura Watts, Dennis Rumfeld on the organ, and Karen Hines on the piano. David, of course, was always there on the guitar. We let our light shine every week. At the Christmas concert at St. Paul's, remember that? We were always the last ones to sing because they always saved the best for last. Absolutely. Up until 2005, we used the Wings of Song. Remember this? We used the Wings of Song hymnal for congregational songs. Then Catherine and Monica and I went to the very first music conference, then called Sound Connection at Unity Village. We were so excited. Seriously, harmonica. I mean, we were so excited to bring back this incredible music to our church. Our first Sunday back, we introduced Ricky Byers. We let the love wash over us. And that was just the beginning of New Thought music in Key West. Our new music friends from the conference were so supportive of Unity of the Keys when they heard about the hurricane, calling, offering us help with our music needs, and actually they wanted to send us more Wings of Song. Well, we graciously said no thank you, that we had moved beyond our hymnals, and now it's so much better. At the synagogue, we had to schlep all the stuff in and out of the closet every week. What a team effort that was. I mean, it was just amazing. And we were grateful because we were able to have our services on Sunday. And on Sunday, you know, that's not their Sabbath. So we were able to use electricity. So that was wonderful. And we, as a church, I know you all feel the same way I do, will be just forever grateful for the love that they bestowed us. It was just amazing. Laura, Dennis, Karen, Kevin, Melody, Tim, Larry, Gabe, and our ever steadfast David Lightman. All of our beautiful vocalists, and this, our music team, has always been an integral part of Unity of the Keys, helping to hold us together with new music and sometimes old, and lots of love.
Like so many people, I found my way to Unity during a low point in my life. My marriage, finances, and job were great, but I was suffering a lot as a parent of a teenager with behavioral problems, later diagnosed with a severe mental illness. A friend of mine, Ann Riddell, had been attending Unity of the Keys on Duck Avenue for some time, and she invited me many times to try out Unity to get some peace of mind for my situation. Finally, I joined her one Sunday morning 30 years ago and have been a member of Unity of the Keys Spiritual Center ever since. So many things struck me about Unity that made me feel that this is my kind of place. First of all, it sure didn't look like a church. There was no cross, no statuary, no incense. I liked that because to me it felt more spiritual than religious. For me, the services felt less churchy and more to the heart of things. At my first Unity service, when I first heard God referred to as Father, Mother God, I really sat up and took notice. I was in a place that spoke to me in a language I could understand. The time of meditation was calming, the lesson made sense, and the music was positive and enriching. I left there that first day feeling as if I had just spent the most affirming hour of my life. In those days, surely the presence of the Lord is in this place was sung at each service, and that song in particular told me that Unity was where I needed and wanted to be. As time went on, the Unity lesson of let go and let God became an essential part of my life. Learning and recognize that I could not control everything was big for me.
Just as big was the concept espoused by unity that I had my own right to happiness and that all was in divine order. Unity's golden key got through many a sleepless night, and I took advantage of a number of classes that were extremely beneficial to me. I can't imagine my life without unity. I am eternally grateful for the positive and practical lessons of faith that unity teaches for me and for the world.
Hello, everybody. It's so nice to see everybody's face today. And that's one of the things that I really love about our church is our community, and how you're accepted here, you're loved, and it's infectious. It's just infectious, just like our song today, the love, the peace, and the joy. You can feel that here. Well, I was introduced to unity shortly after my second son, Ben, was born in 1987. I had previously been attending St. Bede's Catholic Church and was intrigued when my friend Lee Hooten invited me to try a service at Unity. We were then located, as others have said, in the storefront in a small strip mall on Duck Avenue. The minister was Evelyn Casper. There was an immediate attraction for me to her calm demeanor and groundedness. I felt like she was someone who actually walked the walk and lived by the standards she spoke about. I loved that her sermons also included practical Christianity. That's another thing about unity that I love, practical Christianity. She explained things in such an easy way for me to grasp. And then the final caveat, something to actually do or think about for the coming week. I was sold. At the time, I had 2 small boys and no childcare as their father worked on Sundays. Much to my delight, there was a Sunday school with lovely teachers that I respected and trusted. Today, my 2 grandchildren attend Sunday school, just like their dad, their uncle, and their aunt did. It's part of Sunday Fun Day with their Nana. They are learning unity principles, and I am grateful to Lee to carry on the tradition for our family. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Robin Beatty, and I have been a member of Unity of the Keys for about 6 years. I was raised going to synagogue with my parents for the High Holy Days, Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, and did to continue to enjoy the familiarity of the Jewish traditions and attending service for the holidays at B'nai Zion when I first arrived in Key West. Then my son went to St. Mary's Star of the Sea school, and we became active members of the Catholic Church. Kevin also grew up as a Catholic and was used to those services. But neither one of those completely resonated with us, and then we found unity. Actually, Kevin went to a meditation with Phil when he was here, as I said, 6 or 7 years ago, and he said to me, "You're going to really like this church. It's way different than what we're used to." So our home here at Unity has been a bright light in my life, and I am so honored to call all of you friends and family. As I look at the room, it brings a joy to my heart, knowing that the love is being sent back to me, and it is real and honest. Since joining Unity of the Keys, I have been part of the hospitality team, and I enjoy offering my assistance on Sunday services. Service is a part of who I am. I also am a Rotarian, and I find great joy in helping others in any way that I can. I love being part of something bigger and very much enjoy our church as making a difference in our community. I enjoy making the peace sign at Higgs Beach and have participated anytime I can. Being around our church family during these projects is a joy, and we have something to show our community. And we also get to know a little bit more about each other, and I love that part. When COVID happened, our church helped the SOS Foundation with distribution of food to other churches around town, and I was glad to step up as part of the Unity volunteer team. I recently had the pleasure of viewing the videotape of Evelyn Casper when she was retiring as the minister, and the joy she brought to so many is what this church holds for me today with Reverend Daybree and this Unity family. Although I haven't been a member as long as some, I know that Unity will be my family home and will be my spiritual place forever.
Thank you to our entire 40th celebration team that put this together and did the research and met so many times under Suzanne's coordination and brought this to us so that we could enjoy it today and feel the love and feel the energy of the common thread of the message that was shared. It's beautiful. We love unity, and we know that you love unity. And after the service today, you'll have an opportunity. We have a little poster in the back that Lori made, and there's some markers there. You can write on that beautiful depiction of our church what you love about unity, and we'll keep that up for a while to remember. We also received a certificate from Unity Worldwide Ministries, 40th anniversary blessing. We give thanks and praise to God for the many individuals who've been touched and blessed by this ministry, and for those who will come through the doors of this ministry and feel the presence of God. And then also a quote from the blessing for the church that Nancy shared with us. May whoever ministers here minister in love, teach truth, and may this be such a house, a ministry that Jesus Christ or any stranger, even one of the least, would feel it, that he was, I'll say, and she is with friends. And this is from Shad Groverland, Reverend Shad Groverland, the president and CEO of Unity Worldwide Ministries, celebrating our anniversary with us. Yeah. And now moving from this tremendous, deep, and rich history, we're moving to new life. And so today we are blessing this little one. If the parents of Olive would bring her forward so that we can bless her. Okay. It's so lovely to have you here. Okay, all right. Well, we are gathered here today to bless this child, to bless this little one right here, and this family. This is Olive James Castellano. And we are here to bless this child with a holy spiritual baptism. I invite you to be mindful that nothing we do in this ceremony adds anything to Olive, nor does it take anything away from her, for she is already whole, perfect, and complete, a beautiful and beloved child of God. Just as a beautiful flower was once a seed, and before a seed, the perfect idea in the mind of God, so did this child come forth from the perfect idea in the mind of God, with the potential to grow and blossom in many wonderful ways. We are here then to welcome Olive and to pledge our support to her and her family in the years to come. Olive is here with her mother, Jenny, grandparents Cheryl Castellano and Jim Duramundo. Jenny and Michael have this wonderful, joyful ministry as the parents of Olive, and one that is not to be taken lightly, for as Olive's parents, they have accepted a sacred trust to love and nurture this child so that she may come to know her own true nature as a unique expression of God in this world. Olive has come to you with infinite possibilities of good. She has come to teach you as well as to learn from you. Your souls are now linked in a journey of mutual support. Just as you will nurture her growth, she will challenge you to grow in ways you cannot predict. There will inevitably be some knocks and scrapes along the way. That's part of life, but also overflowing of love and joy. Jim and Cheryl, as grandparents, you have also accepted a sacred trust to guide Olive in her spiritual growth and to support Michael and Jenny in their role as parents. In those moments when Michael and Jenny and Olive get caught up in the illusion of the experience of this world, you will hold the light for them. You will remember and remind them of the truth of their being, that they're each expressions of God. And you all, the congregation, you have a job too. We each have a role to play. You are Jenny and Michael and Olive's, and there are other 3 beautiful daughters. You are their spiritual family. Your job is to support them and love them as they make their way through the journey of this life. You will walk with them as companions and as a witness to their journey. So let us pray together. As we center ourselves, we turn within to that quiet place inside where we experience our oneness with God. We pledge to help Olive to increase her awareness of the good she has to offer to this world. In this awareness of oneness, we're filled with gratitude and awe as we consider the blessing Olive brings to our lives. And we set the intention that we will always see in Olive the truth of her being, as she is a unique and beautiful, perfect expression of God. And so it is, and so it is. Amen. And absolutely. I'm just going to do a little blessing over here. Olive James Castellano, I now baptize you in the name of God, the one power and the one presence in the universe, in the name of the Christ, that divine potential within that lives in all of us, and in the name of the Holy Spirit that expresses through you so beautifully. I affirm and bless you with love, faith, prosperity, and joy. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Absolutely. Yes. We also have a certificate of blessing that I forgot to give you. There we go. Sorry.
Sleeping through the whole thing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Jim, would you take the certificate? Thank you. And thank you to everyone who contributed so much to this service today, to the celebration team, all of those who looked for newspaper clippings and pictures and who sent those in. Thank you to Chris and the music team, Kim, Gabby, Tricia, Carolyn, everyone. Carolyn put together the slideshow for us today. It was wonderful. Thank you. Will our usher please come forward? Do you need Gabby's help, honey, for the offering? We would like to take a moment now to express our gratitude to those who so generously share their abundance with Unity of the Keys. Please know that your gifts are very much appreciated, and through them we continue to thrive as Unity of the Keys right here. We have both PayPal and Venmo options. There's QR codes for your convenience. Those who are online, there's donate here buttons. We make it so easy. So let's say together our blessing as we move forward. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
So after I'd been a member of this church for a while, I started to investigate other spiritual paths, and I met some beautiful people called the Baha'is, and they had some very interesting ways of governing this planet through spiritual values. So here I am, an English Jew, going to a Christian church and investigating a faith that had its roots in Shiite Islam. Talk about Heinz 57. So I wanted to write a song that included all of the faiths, and some of the sayings from the Talmud and the Bible and the hidden words of the Baha'is. This is called the Golden Rule. Silently awaken from the dream that crosses time. Fellow travelers, stay a moment, talk with me a while. When two or more of us are gathered, see the Master smile. In precious time we feed our soul upon the bread of life. Within the hidden words there lies a harvest for our tithe. Can you feel the quickening beat? It's the music of the spheres, the rhythm of 10,000 angels singing sweet and clear. Glory be to those who know the way is open when we show our love for God from the start. See the good in every part. Love our fellow man with all our heart. Gentle sister, earthly temptress, daughter of the moon, you and I across forever sing the planner's tune. Upon your passion breast I seek the object of my pride, but Mother God will always be my one and only bride. Witness me before her children, oh, I am not afraid. As long as she is here within, will I do obey. Peace surpassing understanding comes from one whose sole command is love your God from the start. See the good in every part, but love your fellow man with all your heart. has done, seeing good in every part, a brotherhood of man with open heart. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam.
Beautiful. Thank you, David. Our hearts are full. Our hearts are full. And so we gratefully accept, of course you did, we gratefully accept and bless this offering, knowing it supports our beloved Unity of the Keys and its mission. And so let's bless this together as we say, thank you, God, for limitless abundance, the nature of the world. I trust in God. Amen. Thank you, sweetheart. Unity of the Keys not only teaches tithing, but we practice tithing. We tithe, that is, we give 10% of all money that comes into the church to where we are spiritually fed, and that's what we teach. We teach to give gratefully, to be part of that giving and receiving, that flow, that circulation of the universe. And we fully support each person on their path of intentional giving. This week, $135.40 goes to Unity Worldwide Ministries, our partner in ministry. And a music tithe of $100 goes to New Thought musician Karen Drucker, whose music we heard this morning, and who will continue to feature her music throughout the month. And so today is birthday Sunday, as it would happen to be, and it happens to actually be Nancy Mishka's birthday today. So we are celebrating everyone here in person, online, anywhere who is an April baby. We know we have Nancy, we have Mary Ellen Lapp, we have Nisa Simmons, who is on Zoom today, and anyone else who's an April baby. Would you like to come forward to be with Nancy? April babies? All right, you're getting some company. Here we go. All right. Let's rub our hands together and sing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
That goes to Kim back there too. All right. Oh, there's Nisa. Hello. Hi, happy birthday. And back at you, Kim, behind the camera over there. Happy birthday. Thank you. Oh, wonderful. Oh, that's great. Okay, and so we also have a very special volunteer group to bless today. We do that about every other month. We bless one of our teams, and today we are blessing, drum roll please, the music team. Yes. And so the music team, come back up. Let's see. Well, you're part of it. Yes, music team, come up. Who can I have help me with this? Aaron, hon, can you come up? Would you give each one of them one of those little yellow volunteer ribbons? We're going to rub our hands together again. We're just so full of blessings today, we don't know what to do. We're going to rub our hands together again and bless this music team that blesses us every single week as together we say, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ as you. Thank you. Woohoo! Thank you so much. All right, and I know you want me to just now run through these announcements. All right, Wellness Wednesday this week is April the 8th, and it's being facilitated, 8th, that's not right, 10th. It's facilitated by Lori. She's doing a stretch and meditation. It's going to be a wonderful session, 6 o'clock. Everyone is welcome. Sign up in the back so she knows how to prepare the room. We'll see you then. We have a few photos we'll just run through from our Easter sunrise and flower ceremony. It was wonderful. Chris did such an awesome job with the lights. Thank you to everyone who put all this together. Very special services. And then Friday was our second day where we volunteered to blog. The first week I missed because my flight, I got stuck in Charlotte, but Suzanne Campbell was there. And then this Friday we had these folks show up, and they gave us an award. Above and Beyond Award from the city of St. Pete. Yes. We have now completed 17 acts of service in the community in honor of our 40th anniversary. We're going to complete 40 before the year's out. So we're at 17. We want ideas to come from you. So there's cards at the back if you have an idea of where you'd like us to volunteer. We received a thank you from the Sangha that sponsored the Buddhist monks. Thank you so much. The monks' visit was made successful with all of our help. 5 of us volunteered, and they are coming back in January 12th through the 19th. And a thank you from the Healthy Start Coalition for us participating in the diaper drive. All right. Okay. Our musical arts director, Chris, would also like ideas about music that you love. We heard some of our oldies today. Maybe it prompted you to think about some oldies or some newbies that you'd like. Write it on a card, and we'll get that to Chris. And think about how you want to set your intention to gift the church in honor of our 40th anniversary. Perhaps give $4 more, or $40 more, or $400, or there is no limit. We are unlimited. Or perhaps you would like to become one of our automatic giving angels. We're going to be announcing a lot about that program, about how easy that is to automatically give each month, whether you're in town or not, and how it helps us with scheduling our budget. And so it's very convenient. See Carolyn if you'd like to sign up for automatic giving. Join me for Mastermind today around 1 after the luncheon. It's a workshop. Everyone is welcome. If you're curious about being part of a Mastermind group and what that might mean, join us at 1 o'clock. Please stay for the luncheon. There are presents. There's door prizes. You've seen them wrapped back there. Did anyone not get a raffle ticket? If you did not get a raffle ticket, see Tricia. She has them for you. Also, some of our hospitality folks are traveling over the summer. If you might be able to help one Sunday, let Robin know. It's my joy to have been with you from Easter week through this week. I'll be leaving to head back to Arkansas on Tuesday to be back with Denny. Thank you for all the wonderful meals and activities, and I've been spoiled rotten. You always spoil me, and I love it. So let's sing our kids in.
Walking as the light, as the light, as the light. We are walking as the light, as the light of God. As the light, 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 as the light of God.
Good morning, everyone, on this beautiful April morning. We had a nice day today talking about wisdom and finding that silent spot inside all of us. And we were really happy to have a couple visitors from South Carolina today, Lucas and Gabe.
Helping out today. We appreciate you. Let's rub our hands together as we bless those kids.
Children of light.
We bless you. We see you loved, guided, and protected by God's presence. And our prayer chaplains are here today. If you would like to pray with some of them after the church, if your heart is overflowing with joy, if you have a concern, we've got Aaron and we've got Marianne Napier over there, and not sure if do we have Deborah Butler? Oh, we've got Tricia. Thank you so much. And is Deborah Butler on Zoom? She's not today? Okay. We've got folks right here in the house, and they'll be glad to pray with you in the prayer room in the back. And now let's all stand and join hands, if you would like, in the row that you're in for our peace sign.
Let